Hello lovelies, I am so excited to share 15 outfits inspired by the one and only fashion icon Carolyn Bessette Kennedy that you can recreate today. And what makes these outfits so great is that they are fantastic winter to spring looks. They also naturally form a capsule type of wardrobe that utilizes a lot of outfit repetition, using all of the pieces over and over again. And perhaps best of all, these have proven to be timeless classic outfits that look just as gorgeous today as they did in the 90s. I also wanted to revisit her style because she embodies a lot of the aesthetic that we love in this community, which is classic style mixed with wearable trends, ease and function to getting dressed in the morning, which is really key. And I think above and beyond all the topics that we talk about here, we're after a fashion moment, something that makes us feel something and that ignites that passion to get dressed again. So welcome back. I'm excited to dig in. And if you're new, make sure to hit the subscribe and notification button so that you don't miss a video. I'm here to help you figure out what to wear, how to wear it, and to help you find the best pieces that are actually worth buying. As I mentioned, these 15 items all really play off of each other. And the very first item that I want to feature here are her jeans. She really favored a flare kick, and you see this time and time again in photographs and footage of her wearing a very distinct silhouette. And this is one of the first looks I want to show you is a very spring-friendly outfit, which is a flare kick jean, a crew neck, it could be a t-shirt or a tank top. I'm wearing a tank top, and just like a shorter blazer that has a tie waist. Now her strappy sandals with a block heel are Prada. For us here at home, any strappy sandal will do. I chose mine by Inez that are really comfortable. They have that very similar chunk heel. And if you're interested in sandals like this, I have a 15% off discount code for their site. So really comfortable heels that I turn to time and time again. My tank top is by Target. Their jeans are by Saint Sophia, as well as the belted blazer. It's a really beautiful English brand that I love wearing. And then for the headscarf, I just chose the first blue smaller scarf that I had, which is by Zazan, just tie over my head. And there we go. That was the look. These pairs of jeans you'll see kind of throughout. The other kind of piece of this look is those oval sunglasses, and the ones that I have here are by Free People, which I don't know if they still have, but Quince has an incredible pair of sunglasses that is just iconic in that way. It just gives you that same look. You can choose between, she had like a kind of a brownish lens, and she also had like a darker lens as well. That was just kind of a frame that she kind of kept going back to. So you'll see these again. The next outfit, again, utilizes flare kick jeans, and I don't have flare kick jeans that are her length. I think hers were Levi's, if I'm not mistaken, and they were just a little bit cropped. I do have cropped jeans, but they're just wide leg cropped jeans versus a flare kick, so I just decided to stick with flare leg jeans. For you at home, I think you really have to go with what flatters your body. Flare leg jeans tend to be flattering on many of us because they really help elongate our shape. Anytime you have a V shape, it really helps you look taller and leaner. And so I think this was just like kind of a classic look in the 90s, as well as this baggy pair of jeans here that I'm not featuring this outfit, but this was a very kind of easy go-to look for her with the baggier jeans and just a black crew neck t-shirt with flip-flops, just very simple outfits. But for this look here, she's wearing a black turtleneck, which is another piece that you'll see repeatedly in most of her outfits. The coat she's using as a topper is a Miu Miu fur coat that, of course, I don't have, but I am using a black coat with a faux fur trim just to kind of give it that look. It kind of gives it a similar vibe. And then the shoes that she's wearing here are snakeskin Prada loafers, which again, I have nothing like it. So I will try my hardest to find us similar snakeskin loafers because I know they're out there. Loafers are so hot, and I have a whole video dedicated on how to wear your loafers, so make sure to check it out after this. Instead, I chose snakeskin ankle boots. They give a nod to the whole vibe. Now this next outfit is almost identical, but with a tiny twist. It's a black wool coat, a black turtleneck, her flare kicks, but she does pull her hair back and use a tortoise headband, which we see repeatedly when you look through her outfits. And again, the oval sunglasses. In this picture, she has like a black wallet in hand. I don't have that, so I just chose a smaller bag. But this tortoise headband is readily available at J. Crew. It's one of the few accessories that she uses repeatedly because, as I covered in my previous video of her, she really didn't wear any jewelry. I mean, there's like a couple of pictures of her wearing a pearl necklace, and that's kind of all that I can think of, like off the top of my head. You just didn't really see it happening. I didn't want to count this against one of my 15 outfits, but we have seen this leopard coat outfit repeatedly. I probably have about 3 different leopard coats that I could recommend. One of them is by Madewell. It's currently on sale. One of them is by Unreal Fur, which is a faux fur company that does really beautiful fur. And this one that they have here looks almost identical. And then there's one here that I'm showing you by Commence. It's really affordable. So if you just want the look and you don't want like a super heavy jacket, this gets the job done. Number 4, with those classic pair of jeans, keeping the tortoise headband and the oval sunglasses, but we're swapping out the black turtleneck for a white crew neck. She's also wearing square toe ankle boots, which are very trendy in 2026. Right now we're seeing either square toes or pointy toes, but not a lot around. And what I love about this outfit is that there is a little hint of faux fur. I actually don't know if it is real fur or not, but mine happens to be by Mango, and this coat is still available. So I will link it below, as well as everything else that I'm talking about. I'll either link here on the screen or in the description below or in a pinned comment. The last outfit I'll show you with these jeans is one that you can start wearing when it starts to thaw out a little bit more, which is a sleeveless mock neck that looks really elegant, and it's just a way to make even a casual outfit look really on point. She has those Prada sandals again. In my case, I have my Annette sandals, and these flare kick jeans I think are just a little bit shorter than the one she's been wearing in winter. So for this outfit, I did use my cropped wide leg jeans. Shifting gears from our flare kick jeans, we're moving on to another favorite item of hers, which is the white button-down shirt. And this is a piece that I talked about in the 15 items that I would buy again if I were to lose my closet tomorrow and I had to start gathering my new wardrobe. It is a piece that is so versatile, and we're going to see just how beautifully she used it. First example that I really love is so spring friendly. It's the white button down with kind of like khaki twill pants, and the pants that I have here are not the ones that I want to show you, but the ones that I did not come in on time. But the ones that look almost identical to hers are by Anthropologie. They are top rated. If you want to kind of emulate a lot of her looks, this is the perfect pair. The pants that I'm using here are some barrel leg khaki jeans by St. Sophia that are really comfortable. And it's kind of like an updated silhouette, if you will, but I would have much rather have recreated the outfit with the Anthropologie pants. And this look, I'm wearing the white button down top, and you'll see in the picture here that she kind of has like a half tuck. That it's so trendy right now where you now intentionally leave like part of your shirt untucked and some of it in, so that it creates a little bit of a I'm not trying too hard look, but it looks really chic. And then the rest of the outfit is super simple with just some black loafers and of course her Hermes Birkin 35, which I happen not to have, but I have a lot of really great substitutions to show you. But let's talk about the loafers first. These are a ruched pair by Aloha's, and loafers have so many identities right now in the form of kind of like the updated glove flat, which is just a little bit of a higher vamp, lots of really interesting textures. But along with that, we're seeing a lot of ruched loafers that look really classic and elegant as well. For my recreation of this outfit, I used my Oleata bag, which I've shown you before. It's just a really, whoops, there goes my closet. I've shown you before. This is just a really great travel / work bag. It's really a great carry-all. It's got beautiful material and a bag that's not only functional, but it also looks really chic. The other bag that I used a lot when making this video was this one by Maison des Arbres. Really elegant. I'm really impressed. I just got this week, so I'm excited to style it more. Now, kind of a 180 from this with the white button down is this super elegant look that she had, where she kind of ties the shirt in almost like how we see a lot of hacks now in videos, where it kind of feels like you tuck it all the way on one side and tuck it all the way on the opposite side. This skirt is beautiful. It's got like ruffles, kind of like a trumpet silhouette. And because it's very unlikely that I'm going to find this skirt, I'm just wearing a black slip skirt that is by Ralph Lauren. It's just like very flowy and snugger look on top, and then it kind of flares out a little bit. But just the simplicity really took my breath away. In this outfit, she's carrying a little gold handbag, which is like pretty loud for her. Since I don't have that, I just chose a little silver bag that I've had forever. but gets the job done in terms of glitzing up a very simple outfit. The other outfit where she's wearing a white shirt underneath, and I don't think this is a white button down, so I just used a polo. I love this very sporty luxe look, which is also a huge aesthetic in 2026. So she's got on a black pair of slacks. These are by Halara. They're a fantastic price. They fit so well. And I also have a discount code for that. I'll put everything below. But she's wearing these black slacks with the white shirt and then a navy crewneck sweater over the top, which is just masterful layering. And a little fun fact in the movie is that they do like kind of copy how she has only one of the collars out and not both of them. So I try to do this in my recreation as well. It kind of like staying true to the picture. It's funny, we have like a handful of pictures of this fashion icon that is still inspiring us so much today. And then what I love about this outfit, and I know many of us might not do this, but I just love that there was like a sense of not taking yourself too seriously and just like flipping that hat backwards. Like it's like just when you thought you figured her out and thought she was this like quiet luxury, a picture of elegance and just like perfectly tailored. Like it's just like, let's just like swirl it around, you know, kind of like shake things up. She's wearing no bag in this. Her only arm candy in this picture is, of course, JFK Jr. As much as she loved the white button down, she also loved a black one. And I love this outfit with her, with the black button down shirt. It looks really gauzy. And then just a black pair of trousers that are a little slouchy with, of course, her black loafers. She looks to be carrying kind of like it wasn't a super intentional choice, kind of like a raffia bag that's feels like a little beachy, which doesn't quite match like the rest of her look. But one of the things that I love about this outfit is that she's combining brown and black, which for so long we have heard like doesn't go. It's like, you know, you don't combine navy and black or brown and black. And I think it just looks so classic. It is unexpected, but it just worked. And by the way, Quince has an amazing silk shirt that really gives this look. The shirt that I'm wearing here is by Ann Taylor, and I don't know if they make it anymore. My brown trousers are by Amazon, which I also don't know if they make them anymore, but I'll link the updated versions of them. In terms of this black and brown color combination, it's just a go-to for her. In terms of using that deep, rich brown corduroy pant with the infamous black turtleneck that we've been talking about. This was just a look that you saw her wear in numerous occasions, and also the addition of a black leather blazer. Quince has a beautiful one that looks very similar, including the length, for a great price. And they also have a great pair of corduroy pants, but if you want like a more true shade, J. Crew has a few pieces left of this like dark rich brown with the front pockets that looks identical. And J. Crew also has a top named the Carolyn Turtleneck, which I think is very intentional. Looks great too. And the other really famous moment that she wore this color combination, albeit in a camel, is here with this pencil skirt and the v-neck, kind of like lighter knit with the brown boots, and I think it's a Prada handbag. And I am not able to recreate this for you because I do not have a camel skirt that looks like this. Cezanne had one for a second. It sold out really quickly last fall. And right now Brooks Brothers has one that is like almost the perfect length that she had. Believe it or not, I am thinking about it because like they're really hard to find. I think we're at number 12. We're getting to her dressier looks now. One of my favorite outfits of hers is with an off-the-shoulder top, a pencil skirt, and beautiful classic pumps. Quince makes a really great pair that is that very timeless, like doesn't compete with anything look, but just looks very elegant. This top is by Amazon. If you want something that's more meshy and higher quality, Veronica Beard has one on sale. Don't miss it. This skirt is an old skirt by Chico. It's just a very classic maxi skirt. Quince also has a great one that is the same length and is a crepe material, so it would get you to that look. And I think the other thing I love about this look is just that there's really like nothing else on her except like the bright pop of red lipstick, which is iconic. Then kind of like similar to this look, beautiful look where she's wearing a white skirt and then like a tailored blazer that has that drop waist cut that we've seen so much over the last couple of years. This blazer that I'm wearing here is also by Amazon. I know it's weird. I have a lot of good Amazon pieces in this one, but the Anthropologie has one that is very similar. I can't speak of the quality. I don't have it, but you would expect that it's like even nicer than the one that I'm showing you here. The skirt that I'm wearing here is by Ralph Lauren. Anthropologie makes one, and so does Quince. So like if you want that silky maxi skirt look, those are two really good spots to look for. The other thing I love about this look is that she's using nude pumps with this outfit, because nude pumps really help elongate your legs. It's just a great way for when you don't know what shoes to wear. And in this case, it would have been easy because she could have worn black or white shoes, or metallic even. But just that nude pair of pumps, which are really strappy. I have some by Cozy Island that have like a similar strap over, or you could just always use like a patent leather, which these appear to be. The other item besides slip skirts that she wore a ton was these little black dresses, which was so emblematic of the 90s, are these little black dresses. There's one look in particular that I really like. She's at a phone booth and she's got a camisole type of dress on with loafers, with of course her very dark oval sunglasses, and her hair pulled back, and she just looks so fresh and like ready to go anywhere. The other look that I love kind of related to this is a really beautiful black dress with just a very simple wool coat. Just screams Calvin Klein. So there isn't a ton of colors. And the last look is one of my favorites. It's an all black look where she's wearing a two-piece suit with just like nothing underneath. This is what I used to recreate the look. This blazer is no longer in stock, but if you want to recreate the look, Quince has an incredible pair of trousers that are really slouchy that kind of give you that same kind of vibe. And they also have a great blazer that's similar type of cut that you can just kind of cinch here. I think it's their scuba blazer. The back here I believe is Prada. And for my purposes, I just use my Demolier London, which I love. I wear it all the time. It's kind of the black one of this one. And one of the reasons I love it is because it has no logos. And that's one thing that she didn't really wear, with the exception of her Hermes belt, which she did rock when she came back from her honeymoon. We have a few pictures of her getting off the plane with the Hermes belt and the khaki pants that I showed you earlier, the black V-neck sweater, very simple and classic, her Birkin, and loafers. Again, she didn't wear a ton of makeup, jewelry, or logos. For the complete list of things she didn't wear, make sure to watch this video. I'll see you there. And if you learned something today, make sure to hit the subscribe button.